All right, so we're going to move on to the next question. All right, please try this without using a calculator. So 0.375. Can someone tell me what is this as a fraction? Okay. Alright guys, so as you can see, because the point is right there, you put a 1 there, and because we have 3 digits right here, we put 3 zeros. So this is actually 375 over 1,000. Alright? And they want you to reduce that in its simplest form. Let me give you a little hint. You can use 25.
Sir.
Yes?
We're going to send 25 into 375. Go give you 15.
Okay.
And 25 in a 1,000. Go give you 40.
40, right?
Then you're going to say, then you're going to reduce that by 5. And you're going to get C.
You get 8. Which is 3 over what?
8.
Over 8. Yeah, man. Very good. Very good. You come back strong, man. All right.
Good number 1.
All right, so this is algebraic expansion. Let me assist you a little bit. What you gonna say? You're gonna say 3x times everything over here, so that's 3x times x plus 1, and then subtract 2 times the same x plus 1. All right, so use the distributive law, work out that, simplify it, and tell me what you get.
Sir, see, you may get that right.
You're asking or you telling?
All right, may I tell us, I see you.
Yeah, tell me. All right. Boss,
Yeah.
that But can somebody else work it out and confirm with Zedford?
I confirm.
Okay, Aisha, I hear you. I hear you. All right. So very good. So that's C. All right. All right. Moving on. I don't have enough space to really work it out here, but let me just discuss it. 3x times x will give you there's no space 3x squared, right? So 3x times x will give you 3x squared. 3x times 1 will give you 3x. All right, and negative 2 times x will give you negative 2x. Negative 2 times 1 gives you negative 2. All right, now if you look at this expression here, right, the only thing that is common is the 2x and the 3x. All right, so 2x from 3x will give you 1x. As you can see, it would have to be C, because this is a 3x squared down here, and that's your 3x, and this is negative 2, and that's negative 2. All right, moving on. All right. So this is pretty straightforward. All right, any takers? This is super easy, you know, guys. What number would you put right there, sir? So that when you multiply it by 10 and add it with 5, you get 75. That's what it's saying, you know.
Alright, I'm gonna go and get 7.
It's 7, yeah. 7 times 10, 70. 70 plus 5 is 75. All right. You could have also taken the other root, the algebraic root. All right. You could have also taken the algebraic root. You know, you could also say that's 5. That's 5 plus 10n, not true? Right. And in algebra, we normally say, okay, we want n, so we're gonna get rid of this 5 by subtracting 5. So we subtract 5 from both sides.
Eh?
We'll subtract 5 from both sides. Please remember to mute your mic. All right, so 5 from 5 will give you 0 here. 5 from 75 will give you 70. 70 is equal to 10n. You just divide everything by 10 now. And that's how we get n to be equal to 7. All right, so remember it's a multiple choice, so you don't have to do all of this. But as I said before, initially, you can also say, well, you know, what number times 10 plus 5 gives 75? And you get the answer straight away. All right, moving on. All right, you're gonna ask if you could please give me a reason here. I think you could probably define what a prime number first. All right, so anybody, what is a prime number?
A prime number is a number that can divide by one on itself.
Very good. So what do you think is the answer, Ganesha?
31.
All right. Samsung SMS says 31. All right. Would you all agree? Anybody else agree or disagree?
Yes, sir. We all agree.
All right. So it's 31. I don't think there are any other factors you could find apart from 31 and 1. All right. 33 won't work because it could use 11. 35, you have 5, you have 7 as factors, other factors. 39, you could have used 3. So the answer there is A. Question, is 2 a prime number?
Yes, sir. To our first prime number.
Okay, cool. Yes, very good. So what other information about that prime number 2? It is only even number that's a prime number. All right. Okay, so moving on. All right. This one is just similar to one we did a while ago, don't you? All right, quickly, without using a calculator. Anybody get this, get a virtual prize. Show that in workouts.
Five over 8.
All right, so this is a tax question. Any takers? right? I guess nobody has nothing. Anybody have any idea of how you can do? Because I mean, even before you start work out something, you must have an idea of what you can do first. All right, so what I would do is say, them say you have two types of tax. Consumption tax is a type of tax. Custom duty is also a type of tax. All right, custom duty is when you're clearing stuff off of the wharf. So what they're saying that there's an article and the value of the article is $150. All right, and they want us to find. They're asking me what is the total tax paid. So basically, what I'm saying, consumption tax is 20% of the value. So all you have to do is find 20% of 150. All right, and then you're gonna find 50% of 150, and add those two money, and that will give you the total tax paid on the value. Well, that sounds like a lot of tax though.
So, sir, we could like add it to tax them like you would get 70% and finding.
You mean add the two tax them?
Yes, sir.
You could do that also, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, boy. And the reason why you could do that is because it is of the same value. All right. So any takers? Start pick on some people, you know. Shamari, are you there? All right. Shamari asleep. All right. So in interest of time, guys, you just find 20% of 150. 20% of 150. 20% of 150. Pretty simple. So that goes, that goes, that goes, that goes. 75, 20% of 150 is actually $30. All right. And 50% of the value. No, for it, so 50% is actually half. So half of 150 is how much? It's 75, not true? Yeah. 50% of 150 is 75. All right, so all you need to do is add the other tax. So 75 plus 30. What's 75 plus 30?
Sarah C.
Right. 75 plus 30 is C. All right, which is 105. All right. All right, so moving on. All right. Yeah, so this is our reasoning question. Look at it, read it through. I mean, before the whole virus thing, this is what we're looking at, not true? Histogram and frequency polygon. and I believe I did cumulative frequency curve.
Sir, I must A.
Okay. You wanna explain
So I may get 110.
okay. So I'm trying to figure out trying to figure out why it's a 40. I think that's Danisha. Is it because of the high speed? I was wondering. All right. Zedford, how you get the 110? 110 is actually correct.
So I may add up if frequency like see 5 student get 0,
Come on, that'll be
10
10.
student get 1, 10 student get 1, and I continue adding.
Right, very good. So what Zedford did was to look at this. So for example, the one with the 0 bar. So 0 students. Sorry, 10 students got 0 mark. So that will be like a 10. And then 10 students got 1 mark. And you continue. The other one will be, so you have 10 plus there's an next 10. All right. Plus the other one will be what? 15? Is that? That's 15, not true. And then the other one would have been what? That looks like 20. And then the other one is what? 40. And then we come back now down to this one here, which is what? I believe it's 10. And the last one is 5. And if you add all of that, you're supposed to get 110. All right. So moving on. Can anybody tell me what the answer for this one is and why? All right. All right, guys. So any takers?
Sir, no one they adding, I don't know about that.
Right. Anything I had? Let me tell you, it's just about knowledge. What this is saying is, well, first of all, you notice this is just saying this is an interval on the x-axis. And it starts at -2 and it ends at +4. So if you notice, all of them is at -2 and all of them end at +4. But we notice some is shaded and some is unshaded.
Sir, D.
All right. All right. You wanna share us how you come by that?
No.
All right, it is D. All right. So whenever you have a less than sign here, it means that the interval is open. All right. So this means what? Open. And when you have a less than or equal to, it means the interval is closed. Oh boy, my handwriting skills are improving. All right. So what you notice? Open, close. What about C? C, this one will be what? Close and what? Open. B, what not B? Both of them are what? Close. And A, both of them are open. All right. All right, so moving on. Before I answer this question, I say, let me go back. Let me go back. We did a question that's similar to this, not true? Let's ask you something. Let me see if I can. Oh, that was way at the top. Okay, here it is. All right, so okay, this question is asking us to find the volume, not true? And we worked out the volume to be 216. All right. So question, suppose they say, them tell us suppose I give you the volume. They give you the volume and ask you to work out the length of one side. But we know it's 6, not true? But how would you have gotten the 6? Anybody want to explain?
Divided by 3.
Okay, you're breaking up for me. Come again. Anybody? How would you get back the 6 from the 216? I hear someone say divide, but 216 divided by 6. I mean, I don't know. That don't give back 6. 36 divided by 6 gives 6. All right. So basically, what we're going to find a cube root. That's what we call cube root of 216. So like we have square root, that's what we call cube root. Now square root is when you, for example, the square root of 100 is what? Anybody? Quickly. The square root of 100.
Square.
Say it again.
10.
10, not true, because all right, we have 10 minutes, and you need to go as fast as possible. So the square root of 100 is 10 because 10 times 10 give us 100. So we notice a 2 number we need, not true? But it's a cube root, a 3 number we need. So the cube root of 216 would have been 6 because when you multiply 6 3 times, you get back 216. All right? All right, anybody tell me what is the cube root of 8?
I wasn't until
2.
It will be 2 because 2 times 2 times 2 would give you 8. All right, let's fast forward back to this question. All right, and tell me what are your thoughts based on what I just said a while ago. Alright, so your task go blank. Well, I know they're asking for the total surface area. Alright. Well, let me ask you a question. If the volume of this cube, you see, is 512, what will be the length of one side? In other words, give me a number so that when you multiply it 3 times by itself, you get 512. What's that number?
8.
Right, it is 8, not true? Right, so when you notice, the length of one side of this cube would have been 8. All right? All right, so you see, to answer the question, to find total surface area, we need to find the length of one side. And since it's a cube, all sides are equal. All right? So, and it would mean that if all sides are equal, that means that this face here would be that shape would take the form of a square. All right? And can somebody tell me what is the formula of finding the area of a square?
Length time width, sir.
Length time width. That's true, yeah. And the same for to find the area of a rectangle. So the area of this face here, this face that the cursor is doing here, that's 8 times 8, not true? And 8 times 8 is how much?
64.
64. All right. So the area of one of the faces of the cube is 64. All right. But the next question I'm going to ask you, how much face does a cube have?
Sir, 6.
6.
8.
Six.
All right, let's examine it. All right, so this is the front part, right? That's 1, and that's the back part. That's 2, right? So 1, 2. This is the top, and this is the bottom piece. So how much we got already?
4.
4, not true. All right, and then we have the left side, and then we have the what? The right side. So the total faces there is what? Is 6.
6.
Right. And if one face is 64, then 6 times 64 would give us the answer. What's 6 times 64?
4.0.
It's a D.
Right. You know, so you don't have to do, if you realize, look. 6 4 is 24, and true. Look at all these numbers here. They are the only one with a 4 9, and true, for the last digit. All right, so that's that. We have 4 minutes remaining. Let's speed up this process. All right, quickly, anybody, what is that?
B answer, negative 60.
All right, Zedford said negative 64. Anybody else? All right. So if you're gonna replace that with those letters, with numbers, you're gonna get -4 to the third power, don't you? And -4 to the third power is -4 times -4 times -4. And let's work out those two. That's going to be positive 16, not true? Multiply by -4. And that will give us -64. Any questions? All right. Let's look at another one. All right, so this could be our last question. Let's try to answer it before time goes off. 2 minutes.
Sir Adi? Sir
Whatever.
Adi or C? I think Adi.
Okay. You get D. What is 1500 hours in regular time?
I see.
Sir, signal. What is the signal?
1500. All right, we have less. We have what? All right, so 1500
Sir,
hours.
3 o'clock. Not 3 o'clock.
Right, 3 p.m. Right, and 8:50. 8:50 is 10 minutes to 9. Not true. That's how you go. Right, 8:50 is 10 minutes to 9 o'clock in the morning. Not true. All right. Somebody count for me from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. How much hours that? That's 6 hours. That's how you go.
Yes, sir.
6 hours. So from 9 o'clock, from 9 to 3 is 6 hours. There's a 1 hour break. So if you take 1 from 6 hours, that give you 5 hours, not true? But you have a 20-minute break. So